Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Igama lam Gusnalo, and if you're new here, you're welcome. And I hope you do stay and hit that subscribe button. To my day ones, love you always, my dolls. By the title of this video, you already know I got the job. Guys, I'm so excited. I could literally cry right now. But I thought, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to come share the journey of not only changing jobs, but changing careers in a new city, how that all looks like and how the journey goes and how it ties up with just also like exactly where you are in life, you know. So I'll start off beginning 2020. I was frustrated in my current job. Not a bad job or that I'm miserable, bad environment. No, not at all. I have like a great, working relationship with my colleagues and great working environment. But I was frustrated. I needed some kind of like career progression. So I went to the drawing board and thought, okay, what are my current interests right now? And at the time, I definitely wanted to work in an asset manager in the portfolio management space, just helping clients with their investment strategies and optimizing that, and they, growing their portfolios. So the opportunities came: portfolio manager, investment analyst, and those interviews were like rigorous. Let me tell you, they're not easy. I remember the first interview I had was I don't remember if it was a project manager or investment analyst, but anyway, it was for an asset manager and the project management team. Sana. They were so hectic, and I remember thinking, OMG, dead in the middle of the interview, but I can't, what am I going to say? That interview was so, it just went south. It was so bad. After that call, I literally called my sister and cried and just like, dude, it was so bad. And you know what? I'm crying just to release. Not that I feel like, oh my God, I knew in the middle of the interview that I'm not getting this job. Like, I sucked at it. But I think big part of me was grateful for the opportunity because I got to learn what they're looking for, the kind of questions they ask, what I should prepare for. And sometimes they're quite technical, from the different funds to the strategy approach to the who's who in just like fund management. I remember the one question the guy had asked me was, who manages the biggest income fund or whatever fund in Africa? And I'm supposed to know that. I was just like, no ways. But more opportunities kept rolling in, and obviously I did better in those. But I remember the one time I just stopped job hunting altogether, and I felt, you know what, I just want to leave my job, stop job hunting, and take a break from everything. And I had a conversation with my sister the one day, and she was saying, well, we're going to support you if you decide to, leave your job, because we can obviously understand how mentally taxing that is. But then what's the plan? What do you want to do? And I didn't know what the plan was, but I knew that I needed some kind of fulfillment, and that's what it was missing. Impact and fulfillment after the job has been done was what was lacking for me. So I could obviously recognize that at least. So when like thinking about then where to from here, I needed to think from there. What do I think will, fulfill me, fill my cup, and also kind of I have the impact I wanted to have in my career, life in general. So one day I remember I had a conversation with Anita. I was just like, sharing my thoughts with her and just like, okay, cool. If that's the case, then, working is not the problem. You don't mind working. You're a smart girl. You're an innovative girl. And you're actually quite good with, with things that have to do with strategy. How about you think then, in the aspect of your career right now, exactly where do you think you'd fit in? And it stuck with me, and I gave it some thought, and a couple of months later it hit me. I even remember the exact date. It was on the 21st of July last year, in the evening. I was just like, actually, I want to work for a fintech company that where I get to, focus on the digital experience of linked investment products, but more especially with the focus of, educating and making these products accessible to Black people and people of color. So the next best thing obviously was to apply for the kind of jobs I wanted. And obviously, you have the idea, especially if it's as, precise as the one I thought. You won't, in the job specs, it won't be to the T, but obviously I needed it to be in product, and I also needed it to be linked investments focused. So applied for opportunities. First interview opportunity I landed was for a fintech company, because you know what, in prayer you definitely need to be specific. Tell God, write it down if you have to, but tell God exactly what you want, what you're looking for in its intricate details. Like, so not vague, what to God, I want a new job. Jobs will come. You just need to be specific what kind of jobs you want, So opportunity comes, fintech company. It's been in the industry for less than 5 years, and they were looking for a product development manager. And first interview went well. So great that they called me for a second interview. I remember it had 3 different interview processes. Second interview, I needed to come up with a presentation, just to show them my ideas and my approach, strategy, and how we're going to do this whole product development. And I remember putting together that interview. I was so nervous because it's a different career aspect for me altogether. Yes, I've worked with linked investments, but not in the product space. Had a conversation with a few people just to bounce off ideas, and them giving me tips and tricks on how to ace a presentation. And it went well. I was pretty confident in that interview. And even like the conversation, the style of the interview was more conversation. I mean, the CEO was sitting in there, and the execs actually, and some execs. And, I'd have conversations with them, and I even found out that they didn't have a product team. So they needed someone who's going to, start one and, run with it. So third interview comes. They even asked me, like, how soon can I start? They just so in love with me. I'm just like, any day. And the opportunity was in Centurion. And at that time, I didn't mind where the opportunity was. It could have been in anywhere in the country. Just I needed the fulfillment. So I didn't go for the opportunity because the package offering was just not great to me. We weren't seeing eye to eye and meeting each other halfway. I mean, I was going to start this team from scratch. So even like in the discussion of, the package, I obviously wanted a share in the equity because, building blocks of starting a whole team. And we decided, you know what, it's okay. It is what it is. It's okay if it's not working out in terms of like the conversation and the package. I didn't want to settle. And they asked me if I would still be keen to join 3-4 months later. They just feel like they needed to get like someone who's going to head up the team who had more experience than me. And I was like, okay, I'm open to that. But I just felt like, Sana, I don't have to settle. If it's not coming to me how I imagine it to come, it's definitely not for me. So opportunities did come in product, not specifically to the kind of products I wanted to be part of their development, but I still did the interview. And I realized maybe like in the process that maybe not, hey, because I'm still sort of like selling myself a bit short. Yes, it's a step in the right direction, but it wouldn't necessarily be what I want. So maybe it's a bit more of, are you just changing jobs because you're there, you want to change jobs, you're frustrated? What happened to the impact, the fulfillment? So I stuck with the plan. I declined some offers, some interview opportunities that I felt okay, the end product, but not necessarily what I want, we're not in alignment. And I had to be bold and brave about it because I needed to honor myself, right? And also I needed to just hold on. I prayed for this and I was specific to the T with God that this is what I want and this is what I want it to look like when it comes, So let me not settle for offers that don't look like what I want. Let me not settle for jobs, even in product, that don't look like what I want. I am frustrated in my job because I just want to, progress, but I'm not unhappy. Let me not move for the sake of moving. And yeah, the current opportunity landed and it was exactly what I want. Product analyst, working with linked investments. And I remember my first interview, in the conversation I was having with the lady that's going to be my manager, I told her, where I'm at in terms of my career, my interest and my passion, about, like a digital journey in this product space, and also just, making it accessible and educating Black people. And I'm saying this to a panel of white people, okay? I was just like, but still, I need to be brave and bold about, especially the educating Black people and making these savings and retirement products accessible to them in ways that they will understand and be able to use. And they called me for a second interview process. I needed to obviously present, to have a presentation prepared. And, the head of department was now going to sit in and they wanted it to be in person. I was like, okay, Snalo, you can do this. Put the presentation together, went to that interview, it was in person. And yeah, like aced it. knocked it off the park. They loved it. They loved me. And even the head of department, his previous company he worked with is the one I'm currently working with. So we had like a mini, hey, I see you, you see me. I didn't know him, he didn't know me, but there's obviously that kind of like common thing that he's worked for Liberty before, and I'm currently working for Liberty. And we spoke in broader terms about how do we make these products and saving and investing more appealing and more accessible for Black people. And it was such a refreshing conversation. I'm just like, God, isn't this an affirmation that, what, we can have these great ideas, these big dreams, and we're not crazy. Like, out there, they are valid, and there are people that are going to affirm that your dreams are valid, Black child. So after that interview, there was obviously a third process where there's other assessments and other, like a very like mini virtual presentation. Did that, and they told me, sis, you got the job. You got the job. Please start. How long is your notice period? I told them my notice period. They asked me, if you leave your job today, if you leave your company after this 30 days, won't you be missing out on bonus season? Because our bonus season is like, soon. I'm like, yes. And they didn't ask for my payslip or how much I earn. They just made an offer. Okay, like I didn't have to scream and fight with these people about how much they should pay me and how much I'm worth. Guys, they gave me a competitive market related package with a sign-on bonus, and I'm just like, undazi ngegama bawo. You know me by name, and you love me so much that you just like, I'm gonna give you what you want, exactly how you prayed for it, manifested for it, and dreamt for it. So I got the job, and I'm so grateful to God that I'm here right now. And getting emotional. I need a moment. God is so faithful, and He's just so faithful to deliver. You just need to know what you want and how you want it and how that looks like. Be specific in prayer. Be specific when you write it down, when you manifest it, because it will come exactly how you want it. And if it does not come how you want it, don't settle. So yeah, I'll be working in Cape Town and starting my family in Cape Town and enjoying life in Cape Town. And a conversation with a friend actually just reminded me just how everything's happening at once, but just like perfect timing and coming together perfectly. Because in as much as at first I was job hunting anywhere, I became intentional about job hunting in Cape Town because I really enjoy living here. It has shifted, it has impacted my mental health immensely because I have functional depression, and it looks like being busy. So, and by I mean being busy, like going out, and the going out doesn't have to be doof I'm partying at a club. It can be going out but like doing wholesome things, being busy, being productive, just like a go kind of life. And when I came to Cape Town, it just offered me some kind of reset, that it's okay to slow down, take deep breaths, stop and smell the roses, go watch the sunset, go take a walk. And I'm pretty certain that I want to live here for as long as I can. I'm not saying I'm never coming back to Joburg, but I'm gonna live in Cape Town for as long as I can, because it's healing to me. Like right now, I am at a more slower frequency, more slower pace in life, and I'm appreciating that. And I can't imagine even having the privilege of being able to slow down, stop and think, what do you want? How do you want it? And being very specific about it and achieving it. Like I needed to be at a very like slower frequency, slower pace, to be still and be able to listen to myself, to be able to honor myself and live with so much intention. So yeah, guys, this is it. I am living out my dreams. I'm just in a season of overflow and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. Please leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye guys.